fucking dinner roll the intro.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus.
Fucked it already.
It's the fucking Nickelback podcast.
Talk about having your shit together. I mean,
Yeah, we always have our shit together here on Unterhaven.
hey, I paid $100 for my computer. We're all on the same page.
I paid like $2 for mine, so I've got you beat. Hey, I know. Well, here's the thing. This entire show, I can't believe that I'm able to fucking edit this shit on a fucking potato like I am. But you know what? It comes together, just like this intro is.
Come on my potatoes, bud.
Oh God! Look at that! Look at that entertainment. This truly is entertainment. And then it zooms the fuck out. Internet bullshit. Fuck yeah! It's Unterhaven. It's Unterhaven. It's Unterhaven. Get fucking hyped. It's Unterhaven. Yeah. Unterhaven.
Yeah.
That's really just the name of our show now, isn't it?
Well, that was an intro.
What do you mean? That was our best intro ever because it had me fucking bullshitting.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean.
Yeah, it had.
It was something.
It had everyone talking. That's what it was.
Yeah. That is a thing. What up, y'all? Welcome to Unterhaven. This is why Unterhaven is no longer on Twitch, by the way, because we can't keep our shit together. We got no professionality here. We're the least professional podcast on the internet. But you know what? That's what you guys pay us for. Speaking of paying, donate and become patrons. And,
well, you can't just start it like that. Well, oh my God, wait a minute. We're just
no. You know what? They gotta pay for that epic intro we just served them, okay? Because you know what? I lied.
Yeah, you know what?
I lied. That was the most amazing intro we have ever fucking done in a million years. And if these ungrateful fucks don't think that's worth a goddamn donation, I don't want to do the show. I don't want to do. You know what? I'm gonna sit here and wait for someone to donate before we move on to a goddamn piece of content.
No. Don't even joke about that. That's like you just gave me like a flashback to an unsavory time in my life.
Oh my God!
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Well, let's never go there again.
You know,
there's so much going on in my headphones right now.
Well, okay. First you had the intro, then you had then we were all rambling over it, which is the best fucking part. Because what's the point of having a fucking intro if you don't talk over it?
I don't know. To get ready for the show.
No. I mean, I was getting ready for the show. I was getting my energy, you know? I was getting my shit together.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I was getting my shit together.
It's time for the fucking
I'm hearing
show
hold on. Hold on. I'm hearing a lot of echo, constantly.
It's probably on your end. I don't.
Yeah, it has to be on your end because like do you have the stream open in the background or something?
Technical difficulties, the show.
Technical difficulties, the show.
My audio settings are perfect.
I don't know.
Are you insulting my...
Oh yeah, I'm sure they are.
Are you insulting my audio settings? Are you implying that my audio is not perfect?
Now it is. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I clicked off and then on to the same page that I was on and on Discord, and now we're good.
Oh, we're good now? Okay. Well,
I guess so.
All
what
right.
the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
I'm so goddamn confused. I think Discord's fucking with us. I think it's it. No, I got it. I figured it out. It's big tech. They're trying to censor us.
Yeah, Discord loves when I have guests on the show. They just absolutely fucking loves it. Under any fucking circumstance, it'll do anything it can to make it as easy as I can to have a guest on the podcast.
Yeah, dude. Brilliant. Well, this is our guest. This is Security Monitor Lizard. What up? Want to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Security Monitor Lizard. I monitor the internet for your security. In fact, I talk a lot of shit on the internet. That's basically all I do.
Isn't that what
check out
everybody
my
does on the
channel.
internet? We're all talking
Yes.
shit, you know? This is the talking shit show.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I know there's another shit show, but like this is the talking shit show, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
But I can give it to you from a lizard brain perspective.
Damn.
There you go.
Lizard brain.
Ultimate lizard brain perspective from the security monitor lizard.
Pretty basic.
In a safe way.
Before we get into the content, I just want to ask you up front: what's it like to control the entire government, to control the world, to control the outer solar system and everything in it? You know, what's it like?
See, I'm just a humble, security reptile.
You're a peon lizard. You're a fucking peon lizard person. I see.
No. I come from a long line of security professionals that scaly members of society.
I think that's just called a wage slave. I think that's just called a wage slave.
Listen here, you little shit.
Aren't we all wage slaves in this lovely, lovely country of ours?
Yeah, even YouTubers are wage slaves.
Yeah,
they're fucking slaves to the YouTube algorithm.
So some YouTubers are less than wage slaves because they don't even make shit, but they still do. They still fucking make YouTube. Fuck YouTube.
Yeah, so some YouTubers literally make under minimum wage and they put in more hours, and that's really sad. Great job, YouTube.
I feel attacked.
I feel attacked too, yo.
I think everybody here feels attacked.
It's wonderful. So, I guess before we get into the content, I was before the show, I was telling Annie, DLive, we got some news, yo. Apparently, DLive is officially no more, thanks to a single streamer. You want to take a guess who this streamer is?
It's Baked Alaska.
Yeah. It's Baked Alaska, dude. So
it's fucking Baked Alaska. Of course, it's Baked Alaska.
So
because of course it's Baked Alaska, right?
Has he been investigated by the FBI yet?
Oh yeah, he's actually in jail now. He's been arrested.
Oh sweet.
Wait, was
good?
Was Baked Alaska arrested? Didn't you say he was in jail? Yeah, he's in jail now.
Yeah, he's in prison. Well, not prison. He's in jail.
Yeah, he was arrested by the FBI. So, yeah, fuck that dude. That dude is oh yeah, he like skipped bail, wouldn't show up for court. He's a fucking joke, dude. But apparently because he was live streaming that attack on the Capitol and getting donations during it as well. So thanks to that, YouTube DLive is no longer allowing donations to go to any channel that has an X tag. And X tag, I'll just say this: Underhaven would probably get an X tag. You can't talk about any political news. You can't talk about you can't talk about like adult subjects. You can't swear excessively. Any of those channels that get marked with an X tag are now ineligible to receive donations on DLive. Which kind of sucks because there's probably a lot of people on DLive that didn't fucking do shit, and now they got to pay the price thanks to Baked Alaska. But you know what? By the way, Baked Alaska is one of the reasons that YouTube did that YouTube crippled live streamers back in the day. I think it was like a couple years ago now. YouTube instituted a new policy where no one under 2,000 subscribers is able to IRL stream. You can't stream from your phone. And I'm not saying that's...
I was just gonna... My bad, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not saying that's directly thanks to Baked Alaska himself, but because of people like Baked Alaska and Andy Worski, there were a lot of fucking imitators. And YouTube got sick of that, so they fucking put a stop to that. And now these fuckers went over to DLive and did the same thing to fucking DLive. And on some level, like, I kind of see where these companies are coming from. They don't want this kind of shit. They don't want to be liable for this shit. And if these fucking dipshits would just fucking behave themselves and not ruin shit for the rest of us, that's who I'm more pissed at. Fuck these idiots that do this shit in the first place and make these sites have to institute rules to fucking stop them.
And this is kind of like, I've brought this up before too. This is kind of like the issue with having these free speech bastions, is you're always going to get people like this who try and ruin it, even though it's a great idea in theory. Like, it's always going to be ruined by a bunch of dipshits who take it too far and don't know how to have any fucking filter.
Yep.
Well, I mean, think about what I was gonna say, Jamie, is you said that on a different stream, was that like Baked Alaska and Andrew Worski made it kind of made it so that you have to have, what is it now, like 1,000 subs in order to just be able to stream on your
I'm not saying
phone,
it's just because of them,
which,
but
like,
I know for a fact that they had to do with it.
They're contributing factors.
That was
sure,
during the
definitely.
time when their channels were
that
getting
group.
big and they were getting banned constantly and getting arrested on stream, and YouTube didn't want to deal with that anymore.
They're part of the problem,
Yeah.
basically. And basically, like, that's, you see that more and more as these kind of people push the envelope of, like, Baked Alaska just runs into what is it, convenience stores, and starts harassing people.
Yeah.
That gets, you know, people like me and you and anyone else who wants to just, you know, walk along whatever trail and talk bullshit, whatever. Well, I have to have 1,000 subs. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me, with 250 subs, and that's partially because of them.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you see more now with, like, PragerU trying to, like, say, oh, we have to push back against censorship and all this shit. No, you guys are part of the problem. The reason they're cracking down on this shit is because you're the problem.
Yeah, no, I've said, this is what I was saying in my stream the other day. The reason this shit is being cracked down more, I don't blame the companies that are cracking down. I blame the right-wingers who don't know how to fucking dog whistle. These fucking people who claim to be who love dog whistling constantly and think they're great at it. They're not. Get better at it.
Did you guys get the, sorry, I might have, like, probably because I covered PragerU or responded to a couple PragerU posts. Do you guys get them in your feed where they're like, oh, help us fight the petition or sign the petition against censorship or whatever?
They advertise all the time on places like Facebook, and because they prey on the elderly, so I see a lot of PragerU ads on Facebook just because I look up political shit. So that's yeah.
I get it in my YouTube feed. Maybe I'm just, well,
I go
maybe
looking
a little older than you guys. Maybe I'm just too old. Damn, maybe I'm showing my age. Fuck.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't get PragerU ads. I have to go looking for PragerU, which I have, like, I go to their channel to find content.
It might be because I've responded. It might be because I've responded to a couple of their posts, but, like, they'll say, hey, sign this petition or take this survey against big tech censorship, and it's just like, really, guys, the free market is just biting you in the ass. Like, the free market you guys have fought for so long is just coming back to bite you in the fucking ass.
Exactly.
They can't handle it.
Yep, they want to complain. They want to say all the time, oh yeah, free markets, let the companies decide, let the companies make these decisions, you know? But then when it comes to speech, it's like, no, well, no, you can't make speech decisions. You can't hamper someone's free speech. I'm sorry, yes they can. You're allowing these companies to make their own rules and regulations, and you know what? A company, it's a private business. It's like being on private property. You can't just go to private property and have the free speech to say or do whatever the fuck you want. If I fucking go to a fucking, I don't know, if I go to, like, some kind of giant theater and I just, like, stand up in the middle of the stage and start rapping one of my songs or some shit, I'm like, what? This is my free speech. I have a right to perform here. No, you fucking don't. No, you don't. You don't have a right to free speech in someone else's venue. You never do.
Dude, Jamie, you straight up just used the exact analogy I was thinking of.
Yeah.
If I own a theater and you want to come in and say, yeah, I want to hold a play, and I'm like, okay, sure. Hold your play. What is it about? What is it about? Oh, it's about how the Nazis were right. No, fuck off. Well, it's against my free speech. No, fuck you. I own the stage. Eat shit. Like, get the fuck out of here.
And
you know, Facts don't care about your feelings, sweetheart.
Exactly. And
Right?
because you own the
It's the exact
stage,
same thing, you know?
because you own the stage, you have a right to decide who gets to speak on it and who doesn't. Because it reflects back on you as the person who holds that platform. It reflects on you what's allowed to be said there. And by the way, just to respond to Mickey Richards in the chat, who's like, I'm worried that social media will come after progressives and censor most political views outside of CNN. Look, I don't think, look, here's the facts. The left has already been censored. They've already been censoring us for decades. What do you think the Red Scare was? What do you think the Satanic Panic was? What do you think WikiLeaks being taken down was? This shit has happened. Anyone acting like this is a precedent we're setting, we're not. The precedent has already been set, okay? The fact is, this shit's going to happen whether we like it or not. And when you look at I'm more interested in the specific examples. What are the reasons here? What's the context behind people getting banned and deplatformed? If the context is they're literally going too far, they're literally threatening and some of them committing violence on these platforms and inciting violence, then that's clearly the problem. I'm not for violence. I don't think anyone should be inciting violence. I think you can advocate for leftist ideology without advocating for violence. You don't need to incite violence. And I think honestly, all that does is gives us a charge to be better. Okay, we have to be better. We have to not sink to this level that these people are, that's getting them banned. And if we still are following the rules of the platform and not breaking these rules, which are pretty easy to follow if you think about it. Okay, they're not that hard to follow. If we follow these rules and then we're censored, then we can complain. Then we can say, okay, now we're being treated unfairly. But we're not. I think
it's important to
not yet.
I think it's important to say that, like, if you're gonna be a detractor against these people, don't let them convince you that you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Convince them that their ideas are wrong. Don't let them convince you that you're an asshole and that you should be, suppressed, or you should be wrong, or whatever.
Yeah, anyone who tries to limit your speech in that type of way, like, I get why people are so afraid of it, but I also feel like there's a lot of slippery slope arguments being made, which in almost every single case is a fucking faulty argument. Okay. Unless there's like a precedent for how things have escalated in that way. Like, you know what I mean? I can understand it in that case, but I don't know. It seems like a lot of fear mongering to me, which is a very thing to do, and it's a very monetarily incentivized thing to do to go around and fear monger.
Yeah. Speaking of
a lot of arguments. Sorry, a lot of arguments being made now, like in this current sphere. I'm gonna call this the calm between last Wednesday and this Wednesday. A lot of the arguments being made is just like, oh no, like we're the ones being oppressed. Like we're just fighting back. We're the rebellion pushing back, when it's in reality it's no.
Yeah, it's bullshit, and we can't fall for that. We cannot let them sneak that premise by us. When they pretend that they're the ones that are the victims, that changes the whole conversation from what it needs to be about, which is what they did and how we address that. Like, we can't allow them to, oh, we're the victims now, we're being censored and this and that. No, you motherfuckers clearly went too far. A lot of you were inciting violence. A lot of you are spreading dangerous misinformation and implying that it means can't trust our government and therefore violence. Like, there's a lot there that's being said. And
you kind of go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you made me think of a point that I had been thinking of for the last few days. Like, Parler was shut down, basically, right? And there's this big fight to bring it back, and basically Parler was this bastion of right-wing communication, right? One of the things that they did when people started storming the Capitol when these insurrectionists started storming the Capitol is they shut down cell service. And all of these people are bitching and moaning and complaining about how they're not able to communicate. We can't share ideas. We can't do this and that. Motherfucker, figure it out.
Yeah.
Like every time there's a BLM protest in any major city, they shut down cell service and fucking Wi-Fi and all that kind of
here's
shit,
the thing.
so that nobody can communicate.
If you want to get away,
get used to it. Like, figure it the fuck out. Use some radios. You guys have these motherfuckers have radios. Get the fuck out of here. It just doesn't make any sense to me how whiny and
if you want to get away from the
cranky they are.
influence, if you want to get away from the influence of big tech, you need to actually go and invest your own money and actually like build up your own resources and shit like that. Because that's the thing. Going back to like just not even just the websites like Twitter and shit, but like the companies that host these websites, the servers and shit like that. Like, yeah, you're gonna have to go back a lot and establish a lot of your own shit. But you have to put that money in if you're serious about it, because otherwise, yeah, big tech's gonna be on your fucking case, because a lot of these fucking big CEOs, they're buddy with each other. No fucking shit. Everybody already knew that. And they're gonna they're gonna oppose any viewpoints that they don't fucking like. What a surprise. So yeah, actually go out and fucking do something about it if you're gonna bitch about it, and don't just fucking complain. It shouldn't be a surprise to you that this is happening. Oh wow, the same fucking company that fucked with me on this regard is also gonna fuck with me in the exact same fucking way. Here's the
other thing though. I don't even view this as like if companies want to like take down certain speech or not allow certain types of groups to congregate on their websites, they have a right to do that, and these people have a right to then go and set up their own websites. Yeah.
I got a good example of that. Fucking Parler. Parler completely like trounced left-wing ideas.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, they because that's the thing. Parler. See, here's the thing though. Think about it this way. Parler was over there silencing left-wingers who. So by the way, they're hypocrites. If they want to call themselves free speech absolutists, they're lying because they're not. They censor leftists all the fucking time on their platforms. But imagine being a leftist or a left-leaning company, or maybe just not even a left-leaning company, but a company that just doesn't want to deal with that bullshit and now you're propping up a website that's doing something that you view as morally questionable. You're like, I don't want you shutting down lefties and pushing these dangerous far-right extremist ideals. You know what? Because you're still saying that in our house. Amazon were the ones hosting that website. Amazon was in some way responsible for it. They're related to it. It reflects on them. So if they're like, no, we don't want to set that up, they have a right to do that. And you have a right to go set up your little fucking far right extremist fucking infrastructure so you can set up your websites. Go do that. No one is gonna stop you. But you don't have a right to push your fucking far right ideologies if someone doesn't if in someone else's house, basically. You're doing that in someone else's house. They can kick you out if they want to. But yeah, I have one more thing I wanted to, and then we can move off from this. But yeah, just the fact.
My bad. I was burping.
Oh, just to bring it back to like the fear-mongering thing, Mickey Richards was like, I think it's possible near future YouTube could ban your channel for talking about politics regardless of if you incite violence or not. Okay.
They're already going to do that.
First of all,
I'm already going to do that.
Dude.
Well, no. First of all, I've been hearing this for years now. Years. And it hasn't happened. You're allowed to talk about politics. Kyle Kalinske still exists. Tim Pool still exists. I still exist. A lot of people talk about politics. Okay? Like, I've never seen it happen. I've never seen people
Go ahead.
I've never seen people be banned just for talking about politics. I've seen people be banned for extremist viewpoints. And honestly, every single time we've had it fear-mongered, and these people, just like they're trying to do now, have played the victim. When people like Baked Alaska were banned from YouTube, oh my god, I'm silenced for being a political commentator. No, you're not. You're silenced for being a Nazi. You've been silenced for your racist fucking hate speech. and your violence incitement. That's what you're being banned for, okay? No one's being banned just for talking about politics. It hasn't happened. It literally hasn't. And until it does, I'm not buying into this fear-mongering of, oh, well, it could happen. It could. Yeah, any number of things could happen. I'm more concerned with addressing what's actually happening. Right now, what's actually happening is people are getting banned for inciting hate speech and, inciting violence and hate speech, okay? And I'm perfectly fine with that.
There's a big difference between a Brett Keane ban and a PewDiePie ban.
Yeah.
You guys dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, but what people fearmonger about is like a Brett King gets banned all the time, but he acts like he acts like he's PewDiePie.
He deserves it every time. He deserves it every fucking time. And you think most of these other people that get banned constantly don't deserve it? Of course they do.
God, I don't want to talk about Brett Keane. I really don't want to talk about Brett Keane.
No, I'll put it back on to me because I'm more interesting than Brett Keane. I mean, I am a reptile by all means, not some water mammal. But anyway, so I got banned for a week because I played some fucking music on my channel and on a live stream. Okay, fair enough. Fair the fuck enough.
Yeah, that shit happens, and it sucks that that's a rule, but that is a rule, and we all gotta abide by it here on YouTube.
And I didn't understand that, like, what I was doing, because the music was in Russian. It was a Russian cartoon, so I didn't know what the hell was going on. So I got kicked off for a week. I'm cool to hang out with that. I'm fine with that, but like, I'm not gonna make a big deal about that. The people that are going to make a big deal about that are the ones that are fear mongering and making you think that, like, oh, they got banned for a week because they said this thing. No,
well, it's because they know
they played an entire clip of like Newsmax saying, you know, Trump lied about some shit and broke TOS.
I mean,
like, that's why that whole channel got fucking flagged for a week.
Honestly,
you know
they only bitch about it because they know they've done something wrong, and they're trying to take the defensive stance immediately and try to get people on their side. And it's really fucking dumb. Anyway, we should probably move on from this topic. I just wanted to.
Yeah, let's go on. Sorry.
I just wanted to touch on it a little bit. No worries.
Be on it. Let's go.
Okay, so you want to talk about the Yang thing?
Yeah, I can't take the free speech. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of that conversation. Let's move on to the Yang thing.
By the way, welcome welcome Afterworlds. I haven't seen you in the chat before, but I do agree. I do that's a good point.
Yeah, welcome aboard.
What up? Okay. So you want to do the Yang gang?
Yeah, let's pull out our Yangs for a moment.
Pull out our Yangs, dude. Oh yeah.
What did Yang go into the bodega?
Yang's running for mayor. You know, Yang's running for mayor.
Oh yeah, he's running for mayor of New York, right?
That's why he's wearing a suit.
All right. So we're gonna watch his. The best way I can think to define it is, I guess we're gonna watch his trailer, like the trailer for his campaign. I know I know it's not called that, but it's a trailer. Okay, we're watching a fucking trailer to a movie right now.
All right.
Is there any way I can see it? I don't know if I'm.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, we can only see you know, darkness before us.
Darkness. There we go. Okay, let's watch.
All right.
New York City always felt like the center of the universe. I grew up an hour north and came into the city with my brother whenever I could. In 1996, I moved to Morningside Heights. I went to my friend's shows.
Can I
I was in the garden for Larry Johnson's 4-point play.
Mets or Yankees?
Let's go Mets.
Knicks or Nets?
I'm sorry, Knicks, but you have been too bad for too long. I came of age, fell in love, and became
Is he there?
Sorry, I got distracted. Okay.
That's okay.
All I could hear the entire time was a bunch of fucking clicking.
Yeah.
What? You didn't hear it?
No, but I mean I heard it, but all I heard was a bunch of fucking clicking. So can you start it over?
Damn it! I hate this shit. Okay.
I was gonna say, hey,
New York City
me?
always felt like the center of the universe.
Apparently, I'm not there.
I grew up an hour
Yes, we
north
can
and
hear
came into the city
Okay,
with my
I was
brother
gonna say,
whenever
can
I
you
could.
pause real quick?
Yeah.
Real quick. Sorry. Before we continue, can I I trained professionally with the military in video production, and I want to say one thing. I already really fucking hate this video so goddamn much. all of the gimmicky fucking camera angles and the holding the camera up to get the shakiness and the
Yeah.
emotional appeal to emotion with the music. Fuck this guy.
It's a
Already.
little unnecessary, but I wouldn't say
I
fuck
get
this
what
guy.
I get what he's going for, but tell me what you're about, Andrew Yang.
Yeah, let's find out.
In 1996, I moved to Morningside Heights. I went to my friend's shows. I was in the Garden for Larry Johnson's 4-point play.
Mets or Yankees?
Let's go Mets.
Knicks or Nets?
I'm sorry, Knicks, but you have been too bad for too long. I came of age, fell in love, and became a father here. Hey guys, thank you. My wife Evelyn is from Queens. Both my sons were born at St. Luke's.
Papaya King or Grace Papaya?
Grace Papaya, the champ. Eventually, I became a CEO.
I'll say this like personal story shit is like really annoying when these like politicians. I get why they're doing it. They're trying, hey, look, I'm just like you, and like. I feel like
when Bernie does it, it's like when Bernie does it, it feels natural because he doesn't actually go out of his way to do it. You just know because you can actually like see that he's a regular fucking human being.
yeah.
Like I mean, he's sure he's a politician, like, but at the same time, like he's a lot more down to earth than all these other fucking politicians. That's for sure.
I'm sure this appeals to like. I'm sure this would appeal to like my mom, but
yeah.
I'm 30 years old, and I don't know how old you guys are. I know Animancer is at least younger than I am, but like this doesn't appeal to me. Like, get to your policies. What the fuck are you gonna do for New York? Come on, hurry the fuck up.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the way that I try and look at this. Okay, so
Right.
like these things, like people our age, they don't give a shit about campaign ads. And Yang already has a bunch of people who really like him on Twitter. This type of shit's for like the older boomer type people. So maybe this type of ad is what's needed to try and appeal to those people. Because he already goes on Twitter and like, you know, appeals to young people in a different type of way. So I don't know.
Well, like I don't know. I think of like what he should do instead of doing this, because think of what I was saying before in like video production. Like he's producing a video of him walking through New York. Think of the actual production of this video. You got a camera and some lighting and some construction workers standing off to the side that are probably just waiting to do their fucking job, and then traffic is blocked because Andrew Yang's got to walk through there. I would just rather someone capture a real video of me being like, "Hey, I'm Andrew Yang. I'm gonna buy you guys some fucking lunch. What's going on? You're fixing the street? How do you like fixing the street? Are you guys unionized? Are you unionized? Well, why not?
You know what? That's
you know?
actually a really good point. I would love to see him do that exactly. Like just go to people, talk about their policy, talk about policies, talk about like, how do we make things better for people here in New York?
That'd be a good idea. Yeah, definitely. That would be good.
I saw a GIF. It's pronounced GIF.
It's GIF.
On GIF on.
All right, you know what? You know what? You're never coming on here ever again just for that shit.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
the GIF thing is too far.
You're canceled. No, I'm just fucking around. I don't care.
I guess the two senators that took the Democratic Senate, brought the Democratic Senate to us in 2020 were from Georgia. Motherfucker.
Oh God. Oh God.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway,
we'll talk a bit about that later.
Yeah,
so I saw
peanut butter. You got peanut. You're talking about peanut butter, yo.
You're talking about fucking peanut butter. That's fucking.
You saw peanut butter.
You mean You mean Yif peanut
You didn't
butter?
see a
Oh, yeah,
GIF, you saw peanut butter.
Thank you
I
for
saw
the
Yif
thank
peanut
you for
butter.
thank you for the dollar, by the way. Thank you for the dollar. Oh yeah, thank you very
Oh
much.
God, here we go. But anyway, I saw a GIF of him, and it was just him riding his bike through New York, and I was like, oh, dude's riding his bike. He's like trying to make an effort to be more like homie. I know he's probably got some sniper watching him or some shit like that.
Oh my, I don't
But
know
whatever.
about that, but
No, well, I mean, he's high level lawmaker. He's got to have some kind of protection.
well, no,
you know?
he's never held office before. Yang's never held office. You didn't know that?
Really?
He's like he's like a tech bro or something like that. Whatever the fuck they're called.
I thought he was a congressman that was
No.
running for.
No, he's a fucking.
By the way, I will say
You learn something new every day.
I don't like tech bros in general. I don't think.
Is that what they're called? Is that the actual word that I'm thinking of? Or
Yeah.
I don't think.
I don't know. I will say, look, I think Andrew Yang has some good ideas. He's got some good policy ideas. I still think his UBI has like some major holes in it. But dude, imagine this, dude. Imagine if Andrew Yang became mayor and somehow
That'd
like
be cool.
instituted a citywide UBI, like. And it actually worked. I'm not saying he would even be able to get this done, but like, imagine if he was for a minute and he could get a UBI in fucking New York, and then like other cities like, oh, that's kind of cool. We want to do that too. We want to imagine if that should spread just because one person was mayor who
My problem
he did try and get those brownie points from Biden too, so maybe that'll amount to something. Maybe I don't know.
He's never worked in
my
tech,
problem
really?
Is like,
okay, I don't know then.
Okay, well,
he does present the tech bro aesthetic.
Apparently, Andrew Yang is some sort of like mysterious Chinese spy. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Whoa, I've actually heard that from.
Was...
I've only heard that from Jesse Lee Peterson before.
No,
amazing.
Like, honestly, if he's gonna give me $1,000 a month, I'll take it. I don't care where he's from.
Well,
but
okay, here's
my thing about the UBI in New York. Like, if he runs on that, is he going to do what Biden just did and backpedal and be like, oh, well, it's $1,400 on top of the $600 that you got? No, motherfucker, you said we get $2,000.
I don't want to have this debate right now, but
yeah, I feel like we keep retreading on things that we already talked about in the last episode.
I'm just saying, like,
well, I should have talked about my
stream,
but
episode. So I don't want to dither on shit you guys already talked about. So
yeah, let's
wait, we can move on if that's cool.
Because yeah, no, I have different. Look, I think I'll just say this: it should have been 2,000, but I'm not crying that it's not. Okay, that people need to calm down. There's a $15 minimum wage in there. There's increases to unemployment and a moratorium on rent that's been extended to September. All things we thought we weren't gonna get. So there's some good stuff. People need to calm down. Anyway, we'll continue.
Okay, let's move on.
I started a nonprofit. Hello. President Obama named me a champion of change and an ambassador for entrepreneurship. I ran for president because I saw that the economy was not working for everyday Americans.
True.
60% of small businesses are shutting down.
Still, what are you going to do about it?
Seeing my city the way it is now breaks my heart. What happened to...
Yeah, where's your policy stand? I know what you stand for, but a bunch of these boomer folks don't know what you stand for.
Well,
what the flash?
Also, we know what he stands for, but we don't know what his plan is for New York. Tell us what your plan is for New York. Like, come on.
You're just gonna bring the Yang stuff. I know what that probably entails, but I don't know exactly what it entails. So
yeah,
what's bringing the Yang to New York?
Well, no, but look, here's the thing though. You actually don't know what it entails because all you know is his platform for running for president. Mayor and president are two very different things. He probably won't be able to get half the shit that he wanted to do as president done as mayor of New York. He has to have a whole different platform. So we need to hear that. Like what?
Like there's a better message he can give out. Like seeing so many people in destitution in this broken city breaks my heart, and I refuse to have a broken heart in my own city. So what I'm gonna do is initiate bills that will create infrastructure and improve infrastructure and create jobs at the same time. I'm going to prop up small businesses. I'm going to eliminate homelessness, and I'm going to do that by untying property taxes from the schools and making the rich pay for what they owe, and giving back to the communities that they have so destroyed, so that we can get this country back up to somewhat of an economic prosperity. And I can no longer have a broken heart like so many other New Yorkers that should vote for me, that are in my sight every single day.
Yeah,
That's a better message than this bullshit.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know if I take that tact exactly, but like, yeah, no, something like that. Give us policy. Give us like your, because you know what? I'd like to hear him say whether or not, because I don't know, Mickey. I don't know if he wants to try to do a UBI or if that would even be possible. I don't know. He hasn't talked about it. Like, yeah, we know he's against. We know he's against circumcisions, which, by the way, look, I know that probably upsets some people, but I ain't upset about it. Fuck circumcision. Circumcision is gross. No one should be mutilating their child's genitals without their fucking consent.
Exactly, 100%. It's really fucking weird that that's like accepted so much in this. Like, it's actually very uncomfortable to me. I don't get it.
I mean, it's not as bad as female genital mutilation at all, but it's still it's still something.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking bad.
It's still something that like it shouldn't be. That decision shouldn't be made on behalf of a child. And look, I know there are some people that do it for like medical reasons. But like other than that, no one should be doing that without their child's consent. I'm sorry. I agree with Yang there.
If you end up getting your child circumcised and the doctor botches it, and this happened to an NCO of mine, it can, like, the foreskin can get onto the tip of there and grow in scar tissue, and it ends up being extremely painful surgery in the end. So
skin.
Yeah, like it don't just, there's no reason to do it. And in my mind, I'm not like super grossed out by it or anything. I'm just sort of like, but why? Yeah. I just have that meme in my head of just like the Ryan Reynolds.
Just people's visceral reaction to someone being against it. Like, that's what I find disgusting. Like, just the fact that people are so against, like, people have an attachment to something. People have an attachment to removing an attachment.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's like, just wash under it.
Yeah.
Dude, like that's all you got to do. Teach proper sexual health, and we'll be all right.
Yeah. Oh, well, right wingers don't want to do that though.
Oh yeah. Well, we can flesh them out with the smegma. Anyway.
Wait, should I answer this question in the chat? Okay, I'm gonna ask. Okay, just a topic that's been discussed, but to the panel, if there's been student loan debt canceled, what does that mean for those who paid their loans? Well, I guess you're fucked a little bit, but like, because you've already paid them, and I guess you can't get that like repaid, but like.
I mean, they could offer at least a little bit of reimbursement.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit of a flatline reimbursement, just so it doesn't feel so bad to people.
Oh, I'd be all for that. But you know what? Here's another thing, dude. If you've already paid your loans, think about it this way. Now you can go back to school, possibly, or you know what? Now other people can go, and yeah, it might not benefit everyone. It might not benefit people who have already paid their loans, and that sucks. But you know what? I'm more interested in the future. I'm not interested in sitting here and be like, oh, we can't do this because it won't be fair to the people who already paid. No one should have to pay.
How does that person in the chat feel about the folks that had to join the military just to pay back their student loans?
Someone said tax credits. Maybe that could be a good solution. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm all for that. Unfortunately, we might not see anything like that, and even if we don't, I still think we need to be for canceling student debt.
Of course, 100%. Right. Like, you know,
for the sake of the main goal, like, for the future of this country.
My thing is just like, suck it the fuck up, okay? We already pay out the ass out of our taxes, and it goes to fucking nothing that we get.
Yeah.
You and I get barely anything out of it. So if, you know what, if student loans get completely erased, and that affects neither you nor me nor your neighbor or the guy across the street, but it does affect 500 people down the fucking road. Sweet.
Yep. Damn right.
Let's fucking deal with it. Buck up, Buttercup. Let's move on with the fucking economy, and let's go back to the economic prosperity we had in the 90s with those goddamn garish ass fucking ski suits and haircuts and shit. All right, why don't we have some economic prosperity instead of trying to fuck everybody over?
Damn
Fuck
right.
each other over all the goddamn time. Damn, dude.
It's true.
The age of Bill Clinton, the age of Bill Clinton and Bill Nye the Science Guy, the two Bills
Right.
in the 90s.
I don't want a piece of wedding cake and lemon meringue pie with whipped cream on it. I just want a slice of apple pie because I fucking paid for it, dude. That's all I'm asking for. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does everybody get that? Is that a good analogy?
Now I want pie too. All right, let's continue.
So many others. It's beyond injustice. It's
Sorry,
inhuman.
I'm so long-winded. My bad, guys.
We need to realize Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream of a guaranteed minimum income and get cash into the hands of people who need it most.
Hang in there, help's on the way.
A guaranteed minimum income. So that does sound pretty close to a UBI.
Yeah, he's actually been throwing that around now that I hear that. Like, yeah, that's been what's been thrown around more than UBI. I don't know why. Maybe it's because, like, maybe some people are afraid of that now. Because Yang, as much as, I'll give Yang shit, he's good when it comes to his terms and the things that he comes up with. Like, he's used that word before, democracy dollars.
$10 an hold on. $10 an hour is still a guaranteed minimum income.
Right. Well, that's for someone that has, like, I don't know if that's like pertaining. I don't think that's what it's talking about. That would just be like, I think he would just come out and say minimum wage at that point.
Right, but at the same time, you gotta think about it like that. You gotta think of it in like legalese. Like, how would a Republican spin it? Well,
he's not a Republican.
Well, I'm saying like Mitch McConnell. How would he spin? Well, sure. They have a.
Yeah, well, wait a minute. Let me have a think about this situation real fast.
That means $10 an hour. Well, if we split that,
a couple dollars.
That way they should get $5 an hour by an 8-hour day.
Oh God,
they're not working.
Okay, so it looks like Yang does want a UBI. This is just his new term for UBI. I'm kind of confused on what exactly I'm having a hard time finding an exact, like, laid out plan of what he wants to do.
That's a problem. I think that's kind of an issue.
Yeah, even articles talking about
that's
it.
my biggest issue.
Even articles talking about it. Okay, here's the closest thing I could find. Yang's basic income program would start by providing $2,000 a year to 500,000 New Yorkers in extreme poverty. $2,000 a year? What is that? That's like nothing.
It's something at least, but yeah, okay, it's not
something,
much.
But yeah, that's not.
He probably wouldn't be able to do much more than that unless he was governor, honestly.
Yeah, probably. He'd have to figure out a better way to pay for it. Which
$2,000 a year is it? What? Let's say $2,400 a year. That's.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, you shouldn't look.
$200 a month.
You shouldn't.
That's fucking nothing. In New York.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, $200 extra a month is still something onto what some people have. It's something that you can do to, like, be stretched a little bit less fucking thin. So I don't know. It's not something to completely fucking look at and like.
Yeah, but there was what 150,000 students that were homeless, like completely without any kind of home or shelter when schools closed at the beginning of the pandemic. That was a year ago. So, like, how is $200 a month really gonna help them?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
To me, it comes down to the same type of argument where it comes to the 1600 versus 2000 thing. It's like I'll take a victory if it'll actually has a feasible possibility of coming through.
But that's not a basic income though. That's not something anyone could live off of or even close.
That is true. It's definitely a misnomer.
Especially
that's probably
New York. Like
that's probably
they're kind of they're kind of going off of at least in my mind, they're going off of the fact that like most people are relying on not understanding the value of a dollar based off of like what their parents knew what the value of a dollar was, because my mom being 70 years old could spend $1 50 years ago and get a hell of a lot more than I fucking could, and that doesn't really translate well from her to me, so that she thinks I have more buying power than I actually do, which is why she tells me to do, X, Y, and Z with my money. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think they think that they think people don't understand the value of a dollar. Maybe is trying to what I'm.
I don't know. No, I think the reason he's doing it this way is because, again, like I don't think they can afford to do a bigger UBI, and that's also probably why he changed the name of it here. So it's not a UBI anymore. What do you call it? A standard minimum income or some shit. And
yeah, something like that. It was a rebranded version.
Whatever. It's a step in the right direction, definitely. And hey, again, if in other cities see like, hey, this actually is kind of helping the economy a little bit, giving people a little bit more money to spend. It's not gonna lift them out of poverty, but it's definitely gonna. Yeah, I can see it from that direction. Like, yeah, it's definitely gonna help them out a bit. It's gonna make it easier for some people to pay their bills. And yeah,
hey, $200 extra a month is something.
Yeah, and if other cities see that like this shit is working, they might adopt it too, and then maybe the whole country could get an actual UBI that actually does lift people out of poverty.
That'd be crazy, because I mean, hopefully people see that if this actually does come through, that it will have a positive effect on the economy. I'm sure that it will.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
go ahead.
Anytime you put money into the pockets of consumers in a consumer economy, you're gonna boost the economy.
Absolutely.
But what I was gonna say is, like, you just kind of reminded me. Excuse me. I believe in Kuwait. And I can be definitely corrected on this, but as long as you have a job, you get paid like a significant amount of money. Like you have to have a full-time employment, and I don't know what full-time employment means. That could be 16-hour days working
60 hours a year. No, I'm just
right. It could be whatever, but you get a significant amount of money. I don't understand why we don't have that in the United States. Like I'm talking about just
because corporations
picking up trash, like yeah,
well, they don't want us to have that.
There you go. That's that answers the question honestly, because I know people that own landscaping businesses, so it wouldn't make sense for me to advocate for people to just be like, oh yeah, the government's gonna pay me $8 an hour to sweep up leaves. That would hurt. That would hurt my friend's business. Like what the fuck? So yeah, you make a really good point. That's capitalism, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep saying this. Why. I keep saying this all the fucking time, dude. Socialists do capitalism better than capitalists. Okay, like. I'm sorry. Yes, you need to give money. You need to put money in the hands of the American workers, of the American people, so that money can circulate in the economy. Honestly, I think one of the best policies right now is if we would just implement something where we took a percentage of the wealthiest people's money in this country and redistributed it to the poorest people in this country, and you'd immediately see the economy start to do better.
It's honestly, I'm not an economist. I'm not fucking Warren Buffett. That's
you don't have to be an economist to know like that type of shit. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
but
like
but I feel like it's getting to the point where in order for our system to even just survive, we're gonna have to shave some shit off the top and, you know, put it on the bottom to let it, you know, fester up. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
dude.
I'm not saying like
Money doesn't
we go
trickle
and,
down;
you know,
it trickles up.
Right. I'm not saying we, you know, crucified Jeff Bezos. All I'm saying is that
Wait,
instead of $300 billion, he might only need $100 billion.
yeah.
I mean, he could do with that. I'm fine with that. He can have it and fuck off to whatever, you know, 50 islands he's bought in the last 10 years and drone my packages to me from there. But like, it's going to get to that point. So why don't we just, you know, preventative medicine, not let it get to that point? It's like, oh, that's right, because we can't even wear a piece of fucking cloth on our face, let alone save the
True.
economy by doing anything fucking preventative. Like, Jesus Christ.
Wait, okay. I
I
have
don't
to
know.
I have to respond to this point in the chat. How would the money be better in poor people's hands? Because again, what do poor people do with money? They spend it. They spend it on goods and services which helps the economy continue to work. An economy doesn't work if people aren't spending money, okay? Again, I'm not a huge fan of capitalism, but even I know this. In order to keep a capitalist system going, people need to be able to buy and sell, and a lot of people can't afford to buy shit. A lot of people can't afford goods and services. If they had more money, that money would go into the economy. Poor people don't hoard money. Rich people hoard money, okay? And when rich people hoard money, it's not circulating in the economy. When poor people have money, they spend it, and it does circulate in the economy. Simple fucking economics. Simple. Like, it's not rocket science.
It's a hard, it's a difficult yet very, very easy concept to acquire in your brain, that rich people do not spend money.
Exactly.
Well, you know what's a crazy idea? To think about this: poor people can't hoard. Poor people can't hoard money, and rich people do. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Mind blowing.
Right.
I know.
Dick blowing.
like,
seriously.
And when you say, well,
Wait,
rich
no.
people spend,
Hang on.
hang on,
Hang on.
$1 million.
No.
Sorry.
Sorry, I just want to get to this point real quick. I don't want to linger on this forever. Dude, that assumes they are fiscally responsible. No, it doesn't. I don't care. Dude, motherfucker, I don't care if poor people are fiscally responsible or not. The fact is they're spending money and it's going into the economy. I don't care whether they're paying it on their bills. And even if they do buy liquor and gambling, oh my God. First of all, just assuming that all poor people would just spend all their money on liquor and gambling. Some people might, but you know what? A lot of people, they're going to buy the new iPhone. They're going to get a new toaster. They're going to get a new house. They're gonna pay off some bills they're behind on. They're gonna go to the fucking grocery store and buy a bunch of shit. And you know what? That's the way capitalism is supposed to work. We are supposed to vote with our dollars, okay? We're supposed to vote on what businesses do well and how they do with our dollars. We decide. So you know what? If we have a society that decides, okay, that, you know what, liquor and gambling, that's where all the money is going to. Those are going to be the new richest people in our society. Fine. At least that'll be closer to a meritocracy than the current system that we actually fucking have.
Which is not a meritocracy or anything close at all. Not.
Let me ask the person in the chat, how well does a consumer economy work if the bottom half of consumers cannot consume?
Exactly. And by the way, one of the reasons,
please answer me that, because sorry to interrupt, but if the bottom half of consumers cannot consume, it seems like, you know, the economy would start to implode in on itself. So you might want to get that capital circulating. And like I said before, not everybody's looking to have wedding cake and a goddamn piece of lemon meringue with whipped cream on top and the cherry to add a fucking dollop with you. But we just want the piece of fucking apple pie once in a while, dude. That's what people are looking for. We're not trying to be millionaires. We're trying to get the fuck by and not be, you know, pariahed for
exactly.
wanting to get by.
Exactly.
Fuck off.
By the way, I'm not yelling at you in the chat. I just like I'm trying to explain this shit to y'all, okay? Don't think I'm like yelling at you personally or anything. Anyway, let's move on in this video.
I might get a little heated, but I'm not. Don't take anything personally. It's
also, I'm not a man.
Sorry.
Okay.
We'll bring New York City into the 21st century by getting everyone high-speed internet so our kids can learn.
Hire more teachers and reduce the class sizes. I think that would make a big difference. It's hard, you know, when you have a class of 30 kids.
We'll take back control of our subway.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
We'll create a people's bank so it stops being so expensive to be poor.
Your advocacy
Wait,
for
what is a people's bank? See,
communism.
Wait, actually might be. Wait, does he mean like a worker co-op bank or something? Like a worker-owned bank or something?
I've heard him talk about this too. I don't know exactly what it entails, but that's what it sounds like.
That's kind of based.
Yo, looking kind of sus.
Yeah.
I don't know what a people's bank. What does that even?
I don't know. Well, if he had a web, by the way, Yang doesn't have a website. His only website is Yang 2020, which shows his campaign for president. He doesn't have anything for his New York run. So I don't. It's hard.
I think. Check his Twitter profile. I think there's Yang for mayor. I think unless that's just a redirect to somewhere else. But I'm pretty sure I saw a URL on his Twitter.
What's in his ear?
Probably one of those like I don't know, probably something like here, like something like people are probably like feeding him information, like what to say. You know what I mean? No, I'm not.
I think it might just be the shadow or something. Sorry, I'm looking on like a tiny screen on like Discord, so maybe that's just me. But anyway, go on.
Sorry. I don't even see anything about his People's Bank or whatever. It's not on here.
Oh my god.
Okay, whatever.
Whatever.
We can't look into these policies apparently.
This is starting to sound,
aka his pocket.
This is starting to sound like a fucking banana republic.
Yeah.
or universal basic income is so critical.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to fucking get that, but that's kind of funny.
We'll reopen intelligently to revive our incredible culture. Maybe we can even save the Knicks.
Okay.
New York City has been my home for 25 years. It's everyone's home.
You gotta make that sports ball reference for the
sports ball.
Hey,
If I knew a thing or two about sports, I'd make a joke. But
you know what I think Yang was thinking? He was thinking the fucking crowd was gonna go wild when they heard that joke. Like, yeah, sports ball, woo boy.
Sports ball.
Personally, I think that him thinking that he's gonna save the Knicks is probably the most delusional thing he said in this entire video.
yeah. Probably in his entire life.
Look, I don't pay a lot of attention to sports, but from my understanding, the Knicks ain't doing too good. But okay.
Hey man, it's like asking for a helicopter when you're trying to escape a bank. You gotta have a bargaining chip.
I guarantee you that they'd be instantly more successful.
You can replace the helicopter with a monster truck. Don't worry.
That team would have a lot better luck if they didn't have a name that sounded so close to Richard Nixon.
Probably.
Public school parents.
Hello! I like that you out in the street, like you out and about.
I'm running for mayor for my two boys, for you, and for every New Yorker.
We're glad we're going to work for you.
Thank you. Let's fight for a future New York City that we can all be proud of.
Fuck your
Yang for New York.
Look, I'm gonna say this.
Paid for by.
I think Yang is probably a better option than most options that New York has had in a long time. I mean, dude, he's better than fucking Rudy Giuliani or fucking fucking who's the other dude that was mayor? Wait, Giuliani was mayor, right? He was mayor of New York, right? Yeah.
He was mayor.
Who is it else? Andrew Cuomo? Was he
Cuomo.
mayor? I don't. Whatever.
It's Andrew Cuomo.
Oh, Bloomberg.
Bloomberg.
That's who. Bloomberg is who I was thinking of. Yeah, better than Bloomberg and fucking. Yeah.
Wait,
Giuliani
Cuomo was the governor, wasn't he?
I just want to point something out. See this thing on screen right now? Learn less at yangfornewyork.com.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go to yangfornewyork.com. Let's do it over here.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's not. Look at his policies here. This is such like this is just vague shit, you know? Cash relief and COVID recovery, a safe and fair city, an affordable city, a human-centered economy.
Hold on.
What are the details?
Safe and fair. What does safe and fair mean? What does affordable mean?
New York should be a safe place to live, work, and play for all of us, and NYPD should be able to do their jobs without citizens' communities, particularly people of color, fearing those. Okay, so this is like this is like police reform shit.
Cool.
Yep.
I'm down with that.
Maybe we could talk about this more in detail.
Yeah, this would take forever to go into. Like,
yeah, definitely. You know what I think I'll do?
I'm not saying read through the policy. I'm just saying like.
I'm probably gonna look through this and like off air at some point. I'll look through this and I'll like find like the most interesting things and we can talk about those on an episode one of these days.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we should probably call it a night. I know we had that other thing that we wanted to talk about, but I was thinking that maybe we could try doing a call-in show.
Okay.
Talk about that. So yeah, maybe this week, and unless some gaming shit comes up, if some gaming news comes up, we can do the rejects instead. But on Wednesday,
well, I'm actually I'm predicting that on Wednesday we're probably gonna have other shit to talk about.
Because the Pokemon shit.
No, not Pokemon. I'm talking about politics shit.
Are you kidding?
Because
oh, wait a minute.
Wednesday's the inauguration.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh.
Dude, you know there's gonna be some more riots.
Most of that.
Yeah. I don't know. I should probably be like I'm interested. I'm interested to see what happens. All right, we'll do something that day. We'll do fucking. It might have to be a little bit later because I'm gonna be joining the Geek Room on a bit of a stream for that. But later on the night we can talk about that and that'd be cool.
Dope. So we'll see y'all on Wednesday.
Goes down.
Yeah, see you guys on Wednesday, and also we're gonna be doing a call-in show sometime at some fucking point. We'll do a call-in show.
Depending on what goes down on Wednesday, I might go live like right after work. Which is going to be like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time.
All right, yeah. Check out Security Monitor Lizard's channel. He does streams and shit like that. So check that shit out.
Talk a lot of shit. It's fun.
Speak a lot of turds.
Oh yeah.
Speak a lot.
If you like me being really annoying, then yeah, go check out my channel.
Hell yeah. Well,
right, later.
Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace out.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Later.
Stay toasty. This is the part where I fucking sing through the outro.
Do
fucking singing through the outro. Yeah! It's fucking Unterhaven!
Unterhaven.
I gotta give you the fucking updated outro. But yeah. Unterhaven. Fucking subscribe on our Patreon situation.